Hi, it's Andrea Foulkes. It's the 18th of May 2012. I'm in my little chalet, Sea Angel, in Cornwall in the UK. So it felt really significant to make a little clip for you today. A lot of the energies, as we know, are changing on planet Earth, and everybody's got their own spin on it. And I think spin is the operative word. We're spinning our energy, we're spinning charge to change, to come into alignment with the new energies, the new vibration of Mother Earth. We have to come into alignment with that. But over the eons of time, we've been told so many lies and so many falsehoods that are stored in our ancestral DNA, which runs alongside our soul lineage, which is our past life lineage. So we've got birth lineage, soul lineage, and this is the chaos that's going on now. It's like, think about chaos, it's circles, and we're trying to go through the chaos to come into a place of peace in the middle. So there's so much we're having to turf up. There's so many old ways of evolving consciousness that we're having to let go of. A lot of people are trying to hold on to this spirituality from 2,000 years ago. It was appropriate 2,000 years ago, but it's not appropriate now. We need to bring in higher frequencies, and those come from our star families, from other dimensions, other star systems. But to come into alignment with the messages from the star family, you're going to have to turf out all the stuff operating in your energy field that's no longer serving you for your soul's highest purpose, which is painful because it requires a realization of self. And that's what I call the soaking of the baking tin of the subconscious mind. You can't let go of stuff until you have an awareness of what you need to let go of. So that's what I try to facilitate, is the soaking, and from a visionary perspective, look into what you need to clear. Now, when you go about doing that with someone, if they're not able to own their stuff, their ego will argue with you. When they're able to own it, they're like, oh, thank you, I get it, I see it, I can release it. Because the key is to release all these vows and contracts that we've had from other lifetimes. And yes, all dimensions are coexisting now because time is an illusion, hence why we can heal the past lives in the now. We can heal the timeline of your ancestors in the now. We can look at entities that are attached. And the biggest reason we have entities is because when the soul died and left the body, it splintered consciousness. It didn't die knowing how to take its consciousness with us. But we're in this process of letting all these things go. The other thing is, I think we've been doing, Father Sky, Mother Earth. I personally think there is a Mother Earth and there is a Father Earth beneath the Mother Earth. And there is also a cosmic father, a cosmic mother. And they run alongside each other and they all come together on planet Earth. And when we separate this, Mother Sky, we create this separation. But when we do cosmic father, cosmic mother, Earth Mother, Earth Father, we bring it all into alignment in the physical form, in a human physical form. So this is the process we're going through. That's why it's chaotic. All the vows and contracts that you've had around self-belief, around money, about whatever it is just coming to the surface so that we can come into alignment and create a transparency on planet Earth, create a transparency of being, create abundance and flow here with integrity, with a clear intention. We need to clear this, I call it Roman Babylonian times, where we learnt manipulation and deception. We learnt to exist on planet Earth by using deception and manipulation. We're starting to see that doesn't work. I mean, many of us have known that for a long time, that in our heart of hearts it doesn't feel right. And those who are still trying to work on the old dimensions are starting to see that it really is not flowing now. We need to move into higher vibrations of being. And all the ways that we've assisted humanity to evolve consciousness are starting to change. The star beings, the illuminated beings of light, are working with us now to show us higher vibrational ways to assist us in shifting our consciousness. As the planet's vibration is changing, they're giving us more effective ways to shift consciousness for the new energies. They're less ego-based. they're moving into higher vibrations of consciousness. That's why I personally am working with Soul Star Light Language, which is from the illuminated beings of light from other star systems. It can work effectively even as a sound clearing on its own. It works even more effectively when you have a greater awareness of self, and it works on another level again when we're doing one-to-one sessions. It's just whatever's right for your soul at this point in time. So today I thought it would really be beneficial for all of us to focus on a sound clearing that we can tune into for our own heart and our own well-being, and just focus on what it is that's going to serve you for your soul's highest purpose to bring into alignment in your heart wisdom. Where do you need to show up? What is it you really need to do to honor you, to come into alignment with you? And to do that, you need to move into the heart. So let's just focus on doing an activation that can bring in heart wisdom and the higher heart wisdom as well into alignment for your soul. So just taking a deep breath, just closing your eyes, and just allowing this beautiful heart vibration to come through from the illuminated beings of light. So allow those energies to work with you in your heart. If you want to work with me on another level, there is another sound clearing for fear on my website, on YouTube, and there are other clips for you to look at. If you want to join me personally, I have a workshop weekend next weekend in Glastonbury, and later in the year I have one in June in the Isle of Man. And I also do one-to-one activation clearing and a talk as well for the solstice in London. I'm going to be in London doing a talk for the solstice then. If you want to listen to that activation again, just move it back to the time frame where that activation is and just listen to the heart activation again. You know, you chose to be on planet Earth at this time to go through this evolution in consciousness. No matter how painful it might seem, no matter how chaotic it might seem, no matter how much you feel sometimes you come out of your center, you need an experience to give you an opportunity to see and feel what it feels like that isn't in balance, so you can process it, you can let it go. Without an experience, it doesn't mean anything. So you're creating these experiences so you don't need to keep repeating the same experience. So you can move on to a new experience to shift whatever it is you need to shift next. You have to have compassion for yourself. You have to have compassion through this process that you're going through. It's taking you in to a higher vibrational space of being. It's a new way of existing on planet Earth. It is going to feel different. It's not the known, you know, but it is the divine, and that's what you've chosen to be here for. So have a beautiful day, whatever you're doing, and mahalo.